to Seed and Oat. This is our Wholesome Snack Series. My name is Mel and I am the founder of the Seed Cycle. My background is in functional nutrition. I'm such a believer in food as medicine, and I love being in the kitchen and creating healthy, hormone balancing snacks and meals for myself and my family.
Me too. There's nothing that makes me happier than being in the kitchen creating something new, or even following a recipe from a favourite cookbook, which I have way too many cookbooks in my house. But I'm Mel and I'm from Remedy Kitchen. To share our tasty tart recipe with you today. We're going to show you two ways that it can be done. We're also going to show you that if you haven't got one ingredient, it's another ingredient that you can use that's at home, so it's easy and stress-free. And we've got some really yummy little treats to add inside the tarts that can be as simple as something that's already most likely in your fridge, just a little bit more of a decadent treat that it's nice to, you know, have for a special occasion like a birthday, or just to let the family know that you're making something yummy.
And I love that we're showing two versions, because this is how I am in the kitchen. I use what I have. Like, I will rarely run out and grab something that I'm missing. I'll just improvise, and so
it's good to be able to tweak things and not feel like you have to follow something step by step.
Yeah.
And then give you some options with tins for creating a tart. We're actually going to use both of the seeds today and both of the porridges, so that it just shows that whatever phase you're on with your cycle, or whatever porridge you have in your pantry, it doesn't matter, that either can be used, and it's really simple. So it's just a combination of using a porridge and seeds, and then we've just got some binding agents, which is some coconut oil, some peanut butter, and some honey for one, and for the other.
And then for the other, I am going to use almond butter for mine and rice malt syrup.
So the first thing we're going to do to get started is to get the oven warmed up. If you can pop it on to 170 fan forced.
I'll do that now.
Yes. And then we're also going to talk about our tin options, and you might just want to use a muffin tray, and you can just grease it so that they will pop out. But if you're worried about getting them out, and just for simplicity and even for cleaning, the little muffin liners, I think, are a great option.
Yeah,
so that you can just pop them in and it makes it really simple. But if you're really wanting to wow, you know, your friends and family, little tart tins, I think, look magic. And they're really easy to use, and they've also got a loose bottom, so when it comes to taking them out, it can be quite easy as long as you spray them with like a little bit of coconut oil first.
Yeah. Cool. The other thing I just thought of with these tarts, besides them being really nutrient dense, they are low in gluten, or pretty much like tell us the deal with oats, because lots of people ask about like gluten free.
I know, it's sad actually, because a lot of people will get scared of oats and stay away from them. They actually are gluten free. It's just where they're milled is they can have traces of actually having gluten in them, and it's quite sad because a lot of people won't actually have oats. But if you are really careful, there are some organic brands that you can find, and they'll say that they are completely gluten free, and they are a little bit more expensive, sadly. But if you're wanting to make sure that you're having a gluten free option, just have a little hunt at the supermarket, and or I mean, I'd love to be able to say that my oats are completely gluten free, but they're not, because of the mill where they're milled. But if you've got gluten intolerances, you can always have a little hunt around.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people that like to go low gluten, me included. So, and I can tolerate oats and yours obviously so well, and my gut handles it really well. So, this is a really good low gluten option.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so like we said, Mel and I are going to do one each. I am using the Omega porridge, and I am using phase 2 seeds, And so this is our sunflower and sesame seeds. So this is ideal when you're in your luteal phase of your menstrual cycle, or from full moon back to a new moon. And so the nutrients in these seeds, we're talking about vitamin E, selenium, zinc, omegas, are really supportive of particularly progesterone in that second phase. And so therapeutic dose, which you've probably heard me talk about before, is really important with seed cycling. So I'm going to add in 6 scoops, which is going to make 6 tarts for us. Yeah. So
and I'm going to be using the milled oat porridge, and I'm actually going to be using phase 1. So this is your flax seeds and your pumpkin seeds. So we're going to both start, even to show you that it doesn't matter which one you're using, with 1 cup of your porridge.
I'll race you.
You're wrong. And then we're going to use our little scoop.
Yes.
So we're going to measure out 6 each.
Hello, my little son's here. I'm counting to 6, Debbie. Say hi to everyone. Hello.
We've got an extra helper today.
We do.
So then once we've done our 6 scoops, I'm going to actually be using peanut butter, and Mel's going to be using, is it an almond nut butter?
Almond butter, yes. Can you help me?
What we're going to add is the honey and the rice
malt syrup.
I'll do
and we're
that.
doing 3 of these.
Mom.
It might also seem like a lot of liquid to be adding, because we're going to do 2 each.
I need
do you
to
want me to
do
do
that.
your 2
Yes,
now?
please.
I'm going to do that one.
Do you want to pour this one in for me?
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Do
You
one
hold it
more.
again over the bowl, and we'll do another one. All the ingredients together, and I actually kneaded it, which you'll see in the video, to really combine. And I mean, to break up the nut butter and the peanut butter, you've really got to get your hands in there and get a little messy.
Yeah.
But what we found is, with the one that I did with having the peanut butter, it was a lot runnier and smoother, so it was a lot easier to knead the ingredients together. And I wanted to put it into like a disc or just something solid, so it's easy for us to cut it into our 6 equal slices. But with the one that Mel did, we used the almond butter, and it wasn't as runny as the peanut butter, so we have had to add a little extra coconut oil. So it's very visual. So as you go and knead it together, if you're finding that you have used a peanut butter, you probably won't need to add anything extra. If you're using another nut butter, maybe
Yes. And it really depends, similar to like when you're making bliss balls. Like one time you'll make it and they work perfectly, the next time you just have to add a little bit of liquid, and it's I'm like, I can't figure it out, but yeah, so
and it can even be down to whether when you're pouring out your porridge, whether it's level or it's slightly heaped. It can be that little amount of extra ingredients can be what you need to add a little bit more liquid to bring it together. But we're going to now cut it into 6 equal pieces each, and we're going to do 6 in tart tins, 6 in a muffin tin, and we'll pop them in the oven to cook them through for 12 minutes.
So for one of the fillings, we're going to do a coconut yogurt and some berries. And for the other one, we're going to make avocado chocolate mousse. Now this mousse is so versatile because we can use it as a filling, but you can also add it to mason jars. You can pop it in the freezer and then it makes like a chocolate ice cream.
So the tart cases are all nice and cooled from being out of the oven. Done all our prep for our yummy toppings.
Yeah, look how good the avocado mousse looks. We'll give you a close-up of that one.
It'll be really nice. So now it's like up to you how you want to fill it. There's no rules, of course, with whatever toppings you want to put on, what sort of fruits in season is usually the best way to go to be cost effective. And we're going to put some crushed nuts and a few different things. We'll give you a demonstration of some different ideas of how you can make them look pretty.
We've also melted some chocolate and we're going to try lining some of the cases with the chocolate, which will be really nice and give it that extra crunch. These just make me so happy because it's such a perfect example of healthy food doesn't have to be boring.
No, guys, it's not all celery sticks and carrot sticks here. And I think that's what, for us, we wanted to show with the Wholesome Snack Series that you can make decadent, fun, yummy things that aren't always, like so many people think that the only way they can treat themselves is going and buying something naughty. You can make really yummy things to treat yourself every day.
Yeah, and there are so many vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids that support your health, your hormones, and you're also getting just the most delicious treat.
Wholesome Snack Series, which we could have just kept going and creating more and more yummy things, but we've got another series up our sleeve.
Yeah, so we are testing recipes like you wouldn't believe at the moment.
So we might be quiet for just a little while, but stick with us because we've got some really, really yummy things to come.
Thank you so much for your support, for subscribing, for your comments. We really appreciate it, and we're so happy that you're loving our recipes as much as we do and as much as our families do.
Our Seed and Oat community means so much to us, and we really appreciate you just watching our videos and being a part of us.
Yeah, so we'll see you in the next series.
Thanks.